The strength of a nation comes from the integrity of its household. It doesn't matter how slowly you go as long as you don't stop. Leaders are oppressed by their limitations. He is not distressed by the fact that humans do not recognize his abilities. When you work for others, let it be with the same passion as for yourself. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. Don't impose on others what you don't want yourself. Pious people often reward themselves for the limitations they create by the boredom they inspire. Seeing and listening to evil people is already the beginning of evil. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Seeing what's right and not doing it is cowardice. Practicing the 5 things under all circumstances is a perfect virtue. These 5 are gravity, generosity of the soul, experience, earnestness, and kindness. Facing what is right, letting it be undone shows a lack of courage. The bookseller must be respected because he brings to our attention, as a rule, the books we need most and ignore the most. I wouldn't worry if other people didn't know me. I would be concerned about my own desire for ability. Instead of worrying about not having an office, how can you fit into the office? Instead of worrying that you're not known, be worthy of being known. One who excels understands what is right. Lesser people understand what to sell. If you think in a year, plant a seed. If in 10 years, plant a tree. If in terms of 100 years, teach people. If you look into your own heart, and you don't find anything wrong there, what's there to worry about? What is there to be afraid of? The steadfast, the enduring, the modest, and the humble approach virtue. It's easy to hate and hard to love. This is how the whole scheme works. All good things are hard to come by and bad things are very easy to come by. The superior always thinks of virtue. Ordinary people think of comfort. If I walk with 2 other men, each of them will become my teacher. I will pick the good points of one and emulate them, and the bad points of the other and improve on myself. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. Old age, believe me, is a good and pleasant thing. It's true that you are gently carried off the stage, but then you are given a comfortable seat like a spectator. They must change frequently, who will be constant in happiness or wisdom. A man who excels is modest in his words, but surpasses in his actions. The desire to win, the desire to succeed, the drive to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will open the door to personal excellence. When it's clear that the goal is unattainable, don't adjust the goal, adjust the course of action. Men who excel make difficulties to be overcome first. Success only comes later. Wisdom, compassion, and courage are three universally recognized human moral qualities. When you know something, suppose you know it, and when you don't know something, let you not know it. This is knowledge. Learning without thinking is useless work. A lost mind without learning is dangerous. The higher man acts before he speaks, and after that speaks according to his actions. True knowledge is knowing the extent of one's ignorance. Success depends on prior preparation, and without that preparation, there is bound to be failure. There are three methods to gain wisdom. The first is reflection, which is the highest. The second is the limitation, which is the easiest. The third is experience, the most bitter. He who speaks without humility will find it difficult to make his words kind. Death and life have a predetermined promise. Wealth and honor depend on heaven. Choose a job you love, and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Life expectancy depends on perseverance. A mechanic who is going to perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. Life is very simple, but we insist on making it complicated.